How to learn English faster, my real tips and experience. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my podcast. Today we'll talk about a very important topic, how to learn English faster. Many people feel frustrated because they think they are studying every day, but they are not improving much. I know that feeling. I've been there too. So in this episode, I want to share some real, effective techniques that helped me and many others speak English more confidently. We'll talk about shadowing, reading aloud, watching movies and series, and how to build a daily routine. We'll also talk about how to stay motivated and why repetition is not boring. It's your best friend. At the end of the podcast, I'll also include a few Q&A examples that might help you practice your own answers. So grab your notebook, maybe a cup of tea or coffee, and let's begin. Why learning English feels slow sometimes. Let's start by understanding the problem. Many people think learning English is about memorizing grammar rules or studying long vocabulary lists. But the truth is, language is about habit, not just knowledge. If you don't use English often, your brain doesn't get enough input and output. Input means what you read and listen to. Output means what you say and write. Without enough practice in both, progress becomes slow. Also, many learners feel shy. They are afraid to make mistakes, but mistakes are necessary. Making mistakes helps your brain learn faster because it notices what sounds wrong and corrects it over time. So don't be afraid. The key is consistent, daily practice. Even 30 minutes a day can change your level in 3 months if you work the right way. Shadowing technique. Speak like a native. Now let's talk about a technique called shadowing. It's one of the best ways to improve your pronunciation, fluency, and listening skills at the same time. What is shadowing? Shadowing means you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say immediately, like an echo. You try to copy their speed, tone, and emotion. You can do this with short videos, movie scenes, or even podcast episodes like this one. Here's how to do it step by step. Choose a 1 to 2 minute clip with subtitles. Listen once without speaking. Listen again and read the subtitles aloud. Listen again and speak with the speaker at the same time. Repeat the same clip 3 to 5 times until you feel confident. Tip: don't worry if you can't follow at first. Start slowly. Choose easier materials. Shadowing helps your brain get used to the rhythm of English. It's almost like music. With time, your mouth will move faster and you'll start speaking naturally. Reading aloud. Build confidence and vocabulary. Another technique I really recommend is reading aloud. This is when you take a book, article, or podcast script and read it out loud every day. Why is this useful? It helps your pronunciation. It improves your confidence. It connects words with sounds in your brain. You learn new sentence structures naturally. When you read silently, your brain may not remember the structure, but when you read aloud, your brain and mouth work together. You don't need to read for hours. Even 15 minutes a day can make a big difference. You can read stories, news, or even dialogues. Example activity. Take one paragraph from a story. Read it 3 times. First, slowly. Second, with expression. Third, like you're telling a story to a friend. Learn English with TV shows and movies. Now let's talk about something more fun, learning English with TV shows and movies. This method is great because it combines listening, reading, culture, and vocabulary, and it's enjoyable so it doesn't feel like hard study. Here are some tips to learn effectively with shows. Use English subtitles, not your native language. Watch short scenes again and again. Write down interesting phrases and try to use them later. Repeat lines out loud after the actors. Great series for English learners. Friends. Clear, everyday English. Modern Family. Family and real-life situations. Stranger Things. Good for younger learners. The Crown. For formal British English. If you watch a 20-minute show and repeat small parts, it becomes an amazing learning tool. Repetition is not boring. It's smart. A lot of people say, I already studied this, and move on. But real learning comes from repetition. Our brains need to see or hear a word many times before it becomes natural, just like babies hear mama hundreds of times before they say it. So don't be afraid to repeat the same vocabulary lists, the same stories, the same podcast episodes, the same dialogues. You don't need 100 different words a week. You need 20 good words repeated every day. Try this. Choose 10 phrases. Say them in the morning, afternoon, and evening. After 1 week, you'll feel the difference. Daily routine, your secret weapon. Consistency is more important than intensity. You don't need to study for 5 hours once a week. You need to study 30 to 60 minutes every day. Here's a good daily plan. 10 minutes, review old vocabulary. 10 minutes, read something aloud. 10 minutes, listen and shadow a short video. 10 minutes, write a short paragraph about your day. 10 minutes, watch a scene from a TV show or series. Use a calendar or checklist. Mark every day you study. It motivates you to continue. Also, change activities to avoid boredom. Some days, read. Some days, watch something. Keep it fun and active. Motivation and mindset. Keep going. Learning a language takes time. You will have good days and bad days. That's normal. Sometimes you'll feel tired or think, I'm not improving. In those moments, remember why you started. Find your reason. Do you want to travel, work in aviation, make international friends, pass an interview? Write that reason on paper. Put it on your wall. Look at it when you feel lazy. Also, celebrate small wins. If you understood a YouTube video without subtitles, great. If you had a small conversation, amazing. Small progress is still progress. Be patient and kind to yourself. Q&A practice, role-play style. Let's do some role-play style questions and answers to help you practice speaking. Q1. How do you study English every day? I usually start with 10 minutes of vocabulary revision. Then I read a short article or a story out loud. I also do shadowing practice with short videos. At night, I try to watch a series with subtitles. Q2. What's your favorite method to learn English? My favorite method is watching TV shows and repeating after the actors. It helps me speak naturally and improves my listening. Q3. Do you think learning English is hard? Sometimes it feels hard, especially when I don't understand fast conversations, but I think with practice, it becomes easier. Q4. What do you do when you feel lazy to study? I try to do something small, like listening to a podcast while walking. I also remind myself why I want to learn English. Q5. Do you read books in English? Yes, I like reading easy novels and short stories. I read them aloud to improve my pronunciation. You can repeat these questions and create your own answers. Record yourself and listen. It's great practice. So that's it for today's episode. We talked about how to learn English faster using smart methods like shadowing, reading aloud, repetition, and daily routines. Remember, learning English is not a race. It's a journey. Take small steps every day. Speak, listen, repeat, and enjoy the process. And most importantly, don't give up. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode helped you feel more motivated and gave you some useful tools. If you like this podcast, don't forget to share it with a friend who is also learning English. And now, I have 3 questions for you to think about today. What is one new habit you can start today to improve your English? How can you make learning English more fun for yourself? What is your reason for learning English? See you in the next episode, and until then, keep learning, keep smiling, and keep going. Bye for now.